Alright, this is John Colo at DiscountJuicers.com. Today with another exciting episode for you. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys why the Hurom H70 is my favorite juicer. You know, when the Hurom H70 was originally released in 2024, it wasn't my favorite juicer. I had to warm up to it, get used to it, and also I was kind of waiting for Hurom to make some changes to it to make it even better, and I'm glad to say Hurom did that, which is one of the reasons why the Hurom H70 is my favorite juicer. There's still confusion out there in YouTube land. I get comments every so often, John, I thought this juicer or this juicer was your favorite juicer. What's your favorite juicer now? So this video is here to dispel all the myths about that and to tell you guys the truth. My favorite juicer over time changes. It's not just one thing and then I use that for the rest of my entire life. I have been in the juicing industry for the last 30 years, juicing myself. I started my company over 25 years ago now to basically sell juicers at the best prices and educate customers about the different styles of juicers. Because I've been experimenting, trying, and testing all the different juicers over the years, I find out which ones that I prefer the best, which ones have the best design, which ones are the easiest to use, and which ones I will use more. They get a good yield and good performance. And so that's why over the years I've changed what my favorite juicer is. So, you know, probably like early 2025 is when I determined the Hurom H70 was my favorite, but now I'm finally making this video to let it be known to the world. If you guys saw a few of my videos in the past, you would have known that, hey, John uses this more than anything else, but now I'm declaring it my favorite. One of the most important things I want you guys to do is always pay attention to the published date of the video. Right? At different various times, you know, I have different thoughts and beliefs based on my information at the time. My information and knowledge always expands over the years as new machines come out, as I read more published studies and experiment on myself to find out what is true or not. So I always want you guys to keep up to date with the latest episodes that share my latest knowledge, my latest beliefs, teachings, and of course my latest favorite juicer, the Hurom H70. So in this episode, I'll be juicing today, of course, my vegetable juice, but also showing you guys my 10 reasons why the Hurom H70 is my favorite juicer. So my first reason that the Hurom H70 is my favorite juicer doesn't even have to do with starting to juice or anything like that. It's actually when I'm done juicing, right? The juicing process has been made simpler over the years thanks to innovations like the hopper design. That being said, what unfortunately has not changed over the many years since the vertical juicer was invented by Hurom, right, 20 years ago, what hasn't changed was that there was a juicing screen and a wiping blade in there. I mean, even the first vertical juicers had a juicing screen and wiping blade, and many of those vertical juicers with a hopper still have that same 20-year-old design today. This is 2015. We have the iPhone, I don't even know, 17 now. Nobody uses the iPhone from 20 years ago, except if they're like a senior citizen that just wants to make phone calls because they're kind of outdated. They still make phone calls, but they don't have all the new tech that the new machines do. And that's why I prefer the Hurom H70, because it is the easiest to clean vertical hopper juicer out there on the market. It takes me literally 60 seconds. We'll throw up me cleaning it right now so you guys can see how easy it is. I simply just spray it off. I spray it off and it's done cleaning. There's no brush. There's no scrubbing. I don't even use soap. And I've done this over a year, and I even made a video that I'll post a link down below. You know, what my Hurom H70 look like after a year of not scrubbing, of just rinsing it off, because that's what the manufacturer Hurom told me I could do if you guys want to know the truth of what it looks like. And honestly, I didn't think it was really that bad. Of course, depending on what you're juicing, you know, and your water, if you have hard water in your city, you know, may look a little bit different than mine, but there are easy ways you can soak it and clean it that I will have in an upcoming episode. So yeah, number one reason, easiest to clean. The second reason why the Hurom H70 is my favorite juicer is because it has a self-feeding hopper. That's what's up here. We could open it up and you have a nice hopper here, 1.8 liters that we get to like take my amazing leafy greens. These are like tree collards out of my garden. We could just basically break them up into little pieces here and just dump it in to the juicer, right? This way you don't have to sit there and micro cut each different piece of produce into the juicer like some of my old favorite juicers. You could just basically load up the hopper with your, chard, break up some of your carrots. You could take whole lemons. You could drop in green apples in there, and you could literally just turn the machine on and it starts to juice. So let's actually just do that for the video. The other thing I like is that I could just drop a whole 32-ounce mason jar to juice directly into the glass that I could then drink or then store. So this allows me to make less dishes. And we're gonna put a collection cup here to collect our pulp as it comes out. Turn it on, and as you guys can see, the hopper has a processing blade that will pre-cut and, more importantly, draw things into the juicer so that it actually gets juiced. And this is another fine point about the Hurom H70 that you might not otherwise know, is that, when the pulp comes out, one of the things I like to do to be frugal, save more money, and get a better extraction and yield is to rejuice the pulp. And I can confidently tell you guys that the Hurom H70 is the best juicer to rejuice your pulp. I don't recommend rejuicing your pulp straight. I do recommend putting it in with some cubed jicama, or cubed up carrots, or cubed up kohlrabi, or cubed up celeriac or celery roots. If you can't get the jicama, jicama is my #1 choice because it has a nice mild flavor. And we'll throw up on the video right here, you can see me rejuicing my celery pulp in the Hurom H70. I most often do this with expensive leafy green pulps so I can get a second extraction from my leafy greens. It also works fairly well with something like cucumbers that tends to be a softer fruit. But as you guys can see, because of the self-feeding hopper, I haven't had to sit there or push one item into the juicer. It's automatically loading everything in for me, juicing it, and the juice is coming right out. The third reason why the Hurom H70 is my favorite juicer is because the long 15-year warranty, right? This is one of the things that was holding me back originally when the Hurom H70 was released. Originally, when it was released back in 2024, it only had a 2-year warranty on the juicer parts and a 10-year warranty on the motor itself. Hurom saw and knew that their machines are quite durable and that other manufacturers selling machines made by Hurom had a 15-year warranty. So Hurom's like, hey, let's up our game. So then they upped the warranty on the Hurom H70 and a few other select models to 15 years on the motor, as well as all the juicer parts. This is your assurance that the machine will be working for the next 15 years for you. So literally, the Hurom H70 is a one-time investment in your health. You'll be juicing guaranteed for the next 15 years due to any manufacturer's defects. So this is completely amazing. And for me personally, I'm not just saying this. Because I've been in business for 25 years, I've sold Hurom juicers, right? Horizontal juicers, like seriously 20 years ago. And I get emails every so often nowadays that says, hey John, the juicer you sold me 15, 20 years ago is still working. And of course, the juicer that they're talking about is the same exact one made in the Hurom factory, because Hurom is making juicers all these years. They use quality motors, not these cheap Chinese motors that you're going to find on Chinese juicers that are going to blow out, and then you're going to have American landfill garbage imported from China that you probably spent a lot of tariff money on these days. Instead, you could get a quality machine that's built to last, that's going to have a 15-year warranty to prove it, and probably last many years beyond that, provided you treat it right. All right, the fourth reason why I love the Hurom H70 is because literally it has 4 main parts you will need to clean when you're done. This makes assembly, disassembly, and even cleaning, as I talked about previously, the easiest of all juicers out there. We're just going to throw up on the screen. You guys can see me taking the machine apart. And you can see we have the main hopper, we have the main juicing bowl, and then we have an auger, right? There's no juicing screen. The auger is a 2-piece auger, so we're going to count the auger as 2 pieces. We got the hopper as 1 piece and the juicing bowl as the 4th piece you will need to clean. Because there are less parts, that means there are also less parts to break on you, so that this machine will be more dependable over time. A lot of juicers have all these complicated wiping blades and parts and all these things that can make it more of a chore to clean, assemble, and disassemble. Not so with the Hurom H70. You just need to align the top when you put it on the juicing bowl, and there's a convenient unlock and lock symbol here on the hopper that you need to line up with the juicing bowl. The auger just needs to be put together and then dropped in place, unlike other machines that you may need to line up the screen as you drop it into the machine. So this just makes assembly quicker and easier. A much simplified and better design, in my opinion. Alright, the 5th reason why the Hurom H70 is my favorite juicer is because, this sounds weird, but the juicer gets you to juice more, right? One of the biggest complaints I've had over the last over 25 years I've been running my business, and I get this every week almost, is that, John, I stopped juicing because the juicing process is too complicated. Even though they say that, John, I've gotten amazing benefits from the juice, but I just don't do it anymore because it takes me 15 minutes to clean the machine. I gotta stick produce in there, and it's long and arduous and takes a big long time out of my day, and I don't want to invest the time for my health. First thing I'll tell you guys, that your health is worth it. You should invest the time in your health so that you could be as healthy as possible, because we only have one life to live on this planet. That being said, I know a lot of you guys are busy with your job, your work, your kids, whatever else you're doing. Maybe you're Instagram model and taking pictures. But that being said, for all you guys, the reason why the Hurom H70 I love so much is because you're going to juice more often, because it's easy. The easiest juicer out there, I guarantee it. I haven't found any juicer easier than this, that is more bulletproof than this, that has a longer warranty than this, because literally, as you saw, I just loaded up the hopper, shut the lid. You can walk away, do whatever else you want to do, come back, and you could have juice made up for you. And then when you're done, you got 1 minute to clean. Throw up on the video right here, episode that I basically spent a total of my working time was 2.5 minutes of me actually doing something, whether it's loading up the hopper or spraying it, cleaning. And I had like a quart of juice because of 2.5 minutes of my time. There's no juicer easier. So if you're one of those people that stop juicing, to stop get the benefits of juicing, or maybe you're one of the people that don't juice as much as you'd like to. John, I juice one day a week because I got the weekend day off and I could dedicate time to juice. But now with the Hurom H70, you could juice in the morning because you could just set it up, get it going, get ready for work, come back, and clean it for a minute, right? So you're going to actually juice more, and when you guys juice more, that means you're going to get more of the beneficial vegetables, leafy green vegetables, and fruits in you that unfortunately most Americans are not. So this can improve your health because you're going to do it more often. You know, the habits that you create and you do more often will stick, and these are the benefits that we get out of life. Hurom H70 is my favorite juicer is because this machine I would consider a jack of all trades. You know, back in the olden days, you'd have to get a certain juicer if you want to juice leafy greens, because certain juicers would juice leafy greens better than they would juice fruits, than they would juice root vegetables, for example. And I'm going to tell you guys that the Hurom H70 is a great jack of all trades juicer because it handles all different kinds of produce items fairly well. You know, you saw me put some leafy greens in there earlier. We could just tear up some of these leafy greens and drop it in the machine, right? We could also literally take a whole beet. I have videos where I juice whole beets straight in the Hurom H70. We could just drop that in, shut the lid, turn it on, and it'll juice the beet right up. I mean, it's always best if you pre-cut the beet. You can put in apples or limes, lemons, watermelon, pineapple. I actually have a video I'll throw up on the screen right now where I juice 5 pineapples straight in the Hurom H70 without clogging, jamming, or anything. And it does an amazing job at getting some of the highest yields out there. So no matter what you want to juice, including me, I like to juice my greens the most. My favorite juice is my green juice, and I juice straight green juices in the Hurom H70. I'll put links down below to videos where I juice straight cucumbers, straight celery, straight pineapple, straight bell peppers. I make my green juice. I've juiced all kinds of different produce items in the H70, and it's never failed me. Why I love the Hurom H70 is because it is also perfect for batch juicing. We could turn it off because we actually got pretty much a whole quart. So we're just gonna go ahead and drop in a new mason jar. So whether you wanna make 1 or 2 quarts, whether you wanna make 6 quarts, the Hurom H70's got your back, guys. So while the Hurom H70 does have a official 30-minute runtime, I can tell you honestly that every time I get the Hurom H70 out, I use it for more than 30 minutes, right? I may do multiple recipes. I always start off with softer recipes first, maybe like more fruity style recipes, and then I gravitate to more like root vegetable recipes and then green recipes. And I could run it without cleaning, provided I use it properly. And I could make multiple quarts of juice. I do this in many occasions on my YouTube channel. We'll throw up some video right here with me showing making quarts of juice in the Hurom H70. And so I usually use a juicer for about an hour at a time, and it's never stopped, never failed on me. Other juicers out there I've tested, when I try to do large batches, sometimes the machine will just stop on me and can't handle the large batches. That being said, of course, the Hurom H70 is made for home use. Any commercial use will void its warranty. But even if you want to make 4 or 5 quarts, right, it's not going to be a problem in the Hurom H70. You know, Hurom knows their motors. They source quality motors that are durable and will last and have sufficient power to blow through all the produce you want to juice. All right, the 8th reason why the Hurom H70 is my favorite juicer is because it produces a more nutritious, cloudier juice. So check it out, guys. This is the juice I just took away. You guys can see we got the layers of the purple, the beets. You can see like the greenish tint in there from the collard greens, and of course a lot of the carrot. And you know, the reason why it looks like this is because there are different particle fractions. And what I will say, because I've looked up a lot of studies on this, is that, you know, there's a lot of published studies that show cloudier juices are more health beneficial and will get you health benefits, whereas clear juices that are more see-through will not, right? And that's why I could confidently say that the Hurom H70 makes a healthier juice for you, because it is more cloudy or puts more of the healthy small bits of pulp or particulate in the juice, which are actually including things like phytonutrients, vitamins, minerals, and more importantly, some of the insoluble fiber that other juicers may be leaving out. After my juicing journey of now 30 years, I recommend everybody, every American always needs to get more fiber in our diets. And you're not going to get a ton of fiber from a juice compared to eating the fruits and vegetables. But if you're not eating the fruits and vegetables, at least use the Hurom H70. That's going to increase the nutrition extraction from your fruits and vegetables by giving you more of a cloudy juice. I also encourage you guys, no matter what juicer you use, not to strain out your juice of all the fibrous pulp. You know, some people think that's not good. I'm going to tell you guys, after all my juicing experiences, that is something good to have in there. It's not a lot in there. It's not going to hinder the absorption of the nutrients. It's going to only enhance your nutrition from the juices you're drinking because of the cloudiness and because of the extra insoluble fiber in your juice. So, you know, that took me also a while to get used to, because I was used to filtering my juices, and after checking my microbiome tests and some other tests that I've got, I'm like, hey John, you need more fiber in your diet. And if I need more fiber and I already eat tons of whole food plants, I'm sure all my viewers could use the more fiber as well. So now I'm a big fan of retaining more of the fiber or pulp in your juice, especially based on all the published studies I reviewed over the years. All right, my 9th reason why the Hurom H70 is my favorite is because of who makes it. It is made by a Hurom They've been in business for over 50 years and have over 50 years of engineering experience. Matter of fact, many years ago, I visited the R&D department at Hurom in South Korea. And they spend a lot of time and have engineers and even nutritionists on staff testing the quality and nutrition that comes out of their juicers. They're always making little small tweaks and refinements to improve it and make it even better. And over the many years, I've seen Hurom come out with different products. Always their latest product that is released is always their best product, in my opinion, because it basically takes their previous model and then ups it and improves it just even a little bit. And I've seen that over all the years I've been selling the Hurom machine since I started my business over 25 years ago. In addition, Hurom is credited with inventing the vertical style juicer. They were making the horizontal style juicers, and they were the first to come out with a vertical style juicer that literally revolutionized the game, right? Other companies then jumped on the bandwagon, and then now I'm glad to say Hurom even continues to innovate even more. And besides being the first company in the market to have a hopper style juicer, the original Hurom HAI, which actually I wasn't the biggest fan of, right? They've improved the hopper design to the Hurom H70, which is the pinnacle or the best hopper design out there, in my opinion. And that's number one. But number two, more importantly, they have an exclusive on their latest Easy Clean design system with the two-piece auger and the body that you need to clean, right? And you know, no other company on the market has their this Easy Clean style, which is their latest design that performs the best in my tests when I compare it to carrots. We could throw it up on the screen right here, where you guys could see I compare it to the other Hurom Easy Clean models, and the Hurom H70 beats the other models in terms of the sheer yield. That's because Hurom has improved it over the years, and this is technology you're not going to find in any other juicer brand. So you got to ask yourself, do you guys want the latest and greatest technology by the #1 company in the entire world that makes the single auger horizontal hopper style juicers, or do you want to have, you know, years old technology that is already outdated, in my opinion? So only you can answer that. So yeah, my money is on Hurom, that has been literally leading innovation with the vertical juicers. All right, so we're down to our last carrot that we're gonna drop into the machine here and get it juiced on up. Even though nice fat diameter carrot is not a match for the Hurom H70 and its hopper blade, to basically chop it up into smaller pieces, get it into the juicer, get it wrung out, and get our juice extracted. All right, as you guys can see, the Hurom H70 juiced almost another quart of juice for me, so we're just gonna go ahead and pull that out, and now have a total of almost 2 quarts of juice easily made in the Hurom H70. And this brings me to the 10th and final reason why the Hurom H70 is my favorite machine, is because Hurom is here to get you guys the best value in a juicer. Unlike the other 2 top competitors of Hurom that sell hopper style juicers that are made in South Korea, that have raised their price, some even multiple times, due to the crazy environment, I'll say tariffs, that are out there, Hurom has kept their prices steady during all this. They have not raised their prices yet. It may happen, but right now they haven't. And even more so than that, right now Hurom is offering the greatest discount all year, only to my viewers that are watching this video today. If you guys use the coupon code DJ95, that'll save you guys $95 off the Hurom H70 right now, only until Black Friday. So I want you guys to get in on the lowest price all year on my favorite juicer, the Hurom H70. Juicers have been known to sell out during Black Friday, and I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on the Hurom H70. And to give you guys some reference, last year for Black Friday, Hurom had the Hurom H100 at $100 off. So this is like $5 within Black Friday striking range. And I would say don't wait, order it today so that you can start getting the benefits of juicing today. And after using my coupon and considering that there is a 15-year warranty on this machine, if we divide up $504 by the next 15 years, that gives us $34 a year that is going to cost you to use the best juicer, that it's going to get you to juice more, that has the best optimized hopper design, that could handle a wide variety of produce, that is backed up by the industry leader in slow juicers, has a full 15-year warranty. It's going to get you to juice more often. You're going to be healthy. You can make large batches if you want to. This is it, guys. This is the juicer you guys should be buying right now. 2025, if you guys are looking to buy the best slow juicer out there. I've been using juicers for the last 30 years, and I can confidently say that the Hurom H70 is my favorite of them all. So don't wait. I want you guys to start juicing more so you guys get the benefits of especially the vegetables that you're not eating, especially the leafy green vegetables, into you so that you could be healthier in this new upcoming year 2025 and even into 2026 and beyond. So when you guys use that coupon code DJ95 to get the lowest price on the Hurom H70, not only will you secure the lowest price all year, but also Hurom will share me a small commission so I can continue to make these educational videos for you guys where I share with you guys my experience, my opinions on the best juicers out there and compare all the different juicers against each other so you guys could find the right one for you, as well as share my knowledge bombs on juicing that you're not going to hear on other YouTube channels. It also allows me to buy my produce, pay my light bill, and pay my amazing video editor so I could bring you guys each and every episode. So I appreciate you guys for using my coupon code and want to thank you guys in advance who will use it or who have used it in the past. It allows me to continue to do what I love, so thank you. So if you guys enjoyed this episode learning about my favorite juicer, the H70, and why it's my favorite juicer, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. More importantly, share this video with other people that are looking for the best slow juicer out there. In my opinion, it is simply the Hurom H70 at this time. Also, be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss my new and upcoming episodes. I'll be coming out every 5 to 7 days. You're going to know where I'll show up, what new juicers I'll be unboxing, what new juicers I'll be comparing, what new juicer knowledge bombs I'll be dropping on you, or what other appliances I'll be sharing with you guys so you guys can process your fruits and vegetables and other healthy plant foods in the best ways possible. And make sure you click the little bell so you get notified as my new videos come out. And finally, be sure to check our past episodes. The past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 900 episodes at this time on this channel dedicated to you. Also, be sure to check my past episodes. The past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 900 episodes at this time on this channel dedicated to teach you guys all about the best juicers and knowledge about juicing out there. I'll put links down below to some of my favorite juices I've made in the past with the Hurom H70, where I show it can juice a variety of different items from fruits, vegetables, watermelon, and even more. Even ginger, and didn't clog it up. So with that, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for YouTube visitors.